Oh, good morning. It's Priscilla Batzel at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery's backyard is beautiful today. And it's going to be cold and rainy for the next few days, so I'm trying to get out here. And I've had this idea for a while of redoing a curvy swipe, but without the cloth. And I have black primed canvases. They have a few fingerprints and stuff, but I intend on using that to my advantage in covering them. I guess my first course of action is to lay down whatever funky cool pattern I think I might want. And expect it to be wide enough for me to be able to use my spatulas to swipe some of it in. Not really swipe, but fill some of it in. You can see I'm just sort of having a good time making marks. Okay, that painting's done. Next. But I really want to try this method with my basting brush, and in order to do this I may have to add some more paint. But for right now, I may even leave some of those loopies. I mean, I really like doing just what you saw me do right then without making any changes. But that's just not the case. With experimenting, you've got to follow through with experimenting, even if you like what you have. Well, most of the time anyway. There have been exceptions. So rather than add squeeze bottles, which was my original intention earlier today, I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dish of paint that I had left over earlier and added more to create the last artwork that I recorded, and just sort of scoop it into place and then drag it out with the basting brush. But I love the way those white lines look. They're just so cool. I'm just going to have to do one of these plain and simple, just like I just did that. That's all there is to it. And because the black background is there and I'm not covering all of the canvas where the white paint is, I expect there may be some stuff showing through or dragged out. There may have to be adjustments made. But this is the only way I can find out how to do this, and I'm sorry to see all those cool sort of lyrical marks go, but that's in the name of experimentation, and maybe we'll get something that's not too hard to reproduce for a few of you. And maybe I'll go back in and add some more lines, I don't know. But the reason I add the white paint is because it's a catalyst to helping the other paint that I'm going to add soon sell. And I'm just sort of taking liberties with my design as I go along, deciding what I like. I didn't put any loops in there, and I kind of think I might want one or two. But I don't know where I'm going to put it. How about right here? That looks like a loop I want. I expect the, there's another one. Cool, I'm good. Can I put another one there? Yes, I can. So assuming that'll go down that way, and that'll go down that way. And I have almost enough loops. Oh, there's another one up there, cool. I like loops, can you tell? They're similar to spirals. Similar, but not exactly the same. Alright, I have some paint on there. I'm going to clean my spatula off so it's ready to use again right quick on my wet rag and my wet rag clothing. And now I am going to do what I said I was going to do and hope that it turns out alright. I'm a little nervous about this, but I have this humongous pan of colors that I know there's some gorgeous things in there. So basically, what I'm going to do, here goes nothing, is start Whoops. Well, I wasn't really expecting to start in two places at once, but as long as I have a hole in the corner of my container, I guess that's the way it goes. And since I'm here, I'm just going to go to town. I suppose I could tip if I decide I like the way things look, like they would benefit from tipping. I'm trying not to dip too deep because I really don't want to make mud, even rainbow colored mud. And if I don't have exactly what I want, I've always got squeeze bottles. And when I start to make mucky looking things, actually, you know, I kind of, because they're metallic paints, I kind of like the bronzy quality of the so-called muddy areas. And I use GAC 800, which means that if I want to leave any part of these without adjustments, I can leave them thick. I don't know what this is going to look like. It might look cool before I do anything to it. Trying to pick bright colors I like off the surface. I'm also trying not to spill, and I'm not succeeding very well, but it is abstract art and I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. A lot of times, even when you think you have mucky colors in a dish at the end, the truth is if you leave them alone in any kind of soupy pattern thinking you're going to make skins or something, you come back and you find all kinds of really cool stuff has happened there. I do this a lot. I like these loopy, ropey, linear. I gotta be a little more careful about my dribbulas. Maybe I can just dribble all over that though. Let's see what happens. I just have to get a little bit closer to my quarry to start with. Maybe wiping off the bottom of the scoop is a good idea. Grabbing some more bright colors is always a good idea for me. I'm trying to do this without indulging my squeeze bottle addiction, which is not a bad addiction considering I have a lot of squeeze bottles. And I guess I'm not going to worry about drips because they're kind of cool. That's kind of bluish as opposed to muddy, but I think what it makes me want to do is rinse off my scoop. And I've got another one, so I'll just finish that later and start with a new one. So I'm going to grab some gold and some pink over here. Some beautiful colors. So far the paint is working very well for me. I'm not unhappy with it a bit. It's kind of fun. I'm having fun. And I do just like it right how it is. I suspected that might be a problem. And maybe it will and maybe it won't. I'm not done yet. I'm liking the white paint showing up in the edges. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot actually. I have a little bit of paint wasting falling over the edges. I'm going to have a quick look here and see if there's anything I want to add a squeeze bottle to. I really did want to try my basting brush, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so much that it makes it really hard to want to change what's here already. One loop left, and I didn't set my timer. Actually, I probably did set it, I just forgot to hit the on button. And so I have no idea, other than whatever's left by instinct, of how long we've had. So why don't I grab just a little bit more for right here. Loving all that. And grab my torch. Maybe a little bit less flame. It's a little difficult to get a low flame. This is the perfect opportunity if I want to leave this paint thick to take advantage of that GAC 800 being in the mix. But it's also the perfect opportunity to play with my basting brush with the removed bristles. I'm not convinced yet that it'll be an improvement, and I did just heat the paint, which will add a little bit of a skin to the surface. I'm losing my white edge, which I don't really want to do, and I like that white edge. I throw that right in there, and maybe I'll just mix another pan of colors and do it the way I said I was going to do, and leave this one right how it is because it's so cool. I love it. Got to pay attention to your instincts. So that is what it is, drips and all. And no matter how long it took, I don't think we used 20 minutes. So since I'm still here, I guess I have a moment to tell you as I touch up my edges that if you shop the Amazon link below the video, you help me out at no extra cost to you. There's Teespring clothing that I've been adding some of my favorite artworks to, and when you buy that, that helps the studio stay going. I really appreciate all my fans and all the comments. Today YouTube did something where I couldn't respond to any comments, so I'm hoping that'll be resolved by the time this video gets published. I really super appreciate all the contributions from everybody who's joined in the contest or just contributed to help keep me going because they appreciate what I do, and I appreciate all the thumbs up I can get because it helps my placement on YouTube. Inside the video description below the video, let's see what happens when I do that. That's kind of cool. I really like that. Oh boy, something new to try. I wonder if it'll swallow it whole. Just going to try and surround my paint. I like it. That's very cool. I'm doing more of that. Where's the container? I'm going to put some paint in the bottom of a scoop and hope that I have enough time to take my pointed Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and sort of herd paint without too much added color around my dots for a little bit of extra oomph. Because I like it. That's cool. I really like it. I could probably do this, and probably should be doing this. Let's try it with a bamboo skewer. So when they're smaller, I don't have to add quite so much white. Bamboo skewer turns out to be a lot like any writing implement. Alright, that one's not perfect, but it's abstract art. What can I say? There we go. I think that's fun. I think I want the pointy end so I have less of a tool. So at the bottom of the description underneath the video are 3 Facebook albums that showed the YouTube wet and dry artworks, and my Instagram link, and my oh gosh, and my Pinterest boards. Sorry, I'm focused, and I'm not unhappy with any of those. And this one I can just lead paint out there. Should just call this one warts and all. It is what it is. Got some great dribbles, and I'm loving everything I'm seeing. So thank you all. I said to the contributors, thank you guys for the comments and all the love, and I hope you have a great season. And if you contribute, you will be entered in a contest to win. If your name is drawn, you have a choice of one of 3 artworks I created. So that would be neat. I just want to kind of play with some more things here. See what happens when I draw some paint out. I don't think that's that necessary, but I kind of like it anyway. If I could keep it white, yeah, that's okay. I like that. And everything else is pretty close to being done. Yeah, I'm not minding that. I could use a couple more in some other places, maybe. You may be gone before I get to finish, so I'll say I love you guys all. There's a book out now. I'm pretty sure we were going to publish today, so that means that there's lag time before you see this. And I'm going to just take my scoop and add a couple more dots here and there. Maybe a gold dot over here. And surround them with a little bit of white so my pattern is a bit cohesive. I don't know what this signifies, but I love it. Thank you all for joining me. It's really weird without the timer on. I know I'm just talking and hesitating and hesitating and talking. Anything else other than this little tiny thing here is good to go. I say that now. Alright, shop my Teespring if you want t-shirts with the studio slogan on "Because I Can" and or the studio name. Please give me a thumbs up if you can manage it. It helps my standing. I may have said that already. I can't remember. I'm really focused on this new thing. I get distracted. I think I do pretty good otherwise though. So that's cool. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again in the next video. This is Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and we are still recording. And we're about as close as we need to be. You're a little off-kilter. But hopefully I haven't left anything out. Oh, my paint mix! My paint mix with the ingredients and the recipes inside the description, underneath Show More, underneath the video. So have fun. Ask me questions if you need to. And I'll do my best to answer them as I can. And hopefully some of them will be answered if you decide you'd like to own my book, which will be called Because I Can. And we're good to go, except for that spot right there. I like the white outline. I didn't even think about it. I thought it would just be something different, but that's very cool. I'm happy with how this turned out, and I'll do another one. See you soon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.